What if your favorite foods were silently damaging your prostate every single day? You might think your biggest health threats are obvious aging genetics, maybe even stress. But the real danger, it's sitting quietly in your kitchen, in your fridge, on your plate. Most men never suspect that what they eat every day could be slowly triggering inflammation, hormonal imbalance, and even prostate enlargement. But it's happening. Right now. Hi, and welcome back. Today, we're uncovering the 8 foods that could be harming your prostate without you even realizing it. Foods that may seem harmless, even healthy, but are actually working against your body's natural defenses. These aren't exotic rare items. They're probably on your grocery list. If you're over 50 and care about your energy, sleep, sexual health, or long-term vitality, you need to hear this. We'll break down each food, why it's harmful, and what smarter choices you can make starting today. This video isn't just about food. It's about taking back control of your health one bite at a time. Let's dive in. Let's talk about something most doctors won't mention in your 10-minute checkup: inflammation and hormones. 2 silent forces that can either protect your prostate or quietly destroy it. You see, certain everyday foods like processed meats, sugary snacks, and fried favorites don't just add calories. They fuel inflammation, spike estrogen, and lower testosterone, the very hormone that keeps your prostate functioning properly. It's not just about feeling sluggish or gaining weight, it's about what's happening deep inside your cells. Here's the catch. These hormonal shifts don't always scream for attention. They whisper. In the form of frequent urination, low energy, poor sleep, and declining performance in the bedroom. Over time, that whisper becomes a warning. And it all starts with what's on your fork. Scientific studies have shown that diets high in saturated fats, refined carbs, and processed ingredients correlate with elevated markers of systemic inflammation and hormonal imbalance. 2 major risk factors for benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, and other prostate issues. But here's the good news: you can reverse it. In the next section, we'll show you exactly which foods to avoid and the powerful natural alternatives that can cool inflammation, restore hormonal balance, and support long-term prostate health. Stay tuned. This could change everything. Let's kick off our countdown with a food that's lurking in almost every fridge: processed meats. Think bacon, sausages, deli slices, and hot dogs. Tasty, sure. But when it comes to your prostate, these meats are anything but harmless. Here's the shocking truth: processed meats are loaded with preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, chemicals that have been linked to chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, and even increased cancer risk. And when your prostate is already sensitive to hormonal and inflammatory shifts, these meats become a silent saboteur. Every sandwich with cold cuts or weekend BBQ with sausages might be setting the stage for long-term prostate issues. Why? Because these preservatives can interfere with cellular health and immune function, both essential for keeping your prostate in check. And it doesn't stop there. These meats are also high in saturated fats, which contribute to hormonal imbalance, especially lowering testosterone and raising estrogen-like compounds. That's a double hit to prostate wellness. So what's the smarter move? Swap that processed meat for lean whole proteins like grilled chicken, wild-caught fish, or plant-based alternatives. Your body, and especially your prostate, will thank you. Coming up next, a popular food that's even more dangerous when grilled. Stay with us. You've probably heard that red meat is packed with protein. But did you know it could be quietly sabotaging your prostate? That juicy steak, those weekend burgers, they might be satisfying your taste buds, but they could also be fueling inflammation deep inside your body. Red meat, especially beef, lamb, and pork, is high in saturated fats, and these fats have been directly linked to hormonal imbalances and systemic inflammation. 2 major culprits behind prostate enlargement and dysfunction. Even worse, when red meat is grilled or cooked at high temperatures, it produces harmful compounds called heterocyclic amines, HCAs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PHHs. These compounds don't just irritate your gut, they've been shown to damage cells and disrupt healthy tissue, including the prostate. Let's break it down. More red meat. More inflammation. More stress on your prostate. That's a recipe for long-term problems. Now, this doesn't mean you have to give up red meat entirely. Moderation is key. Try limiting red meat to once or twice a week, and when you do enjoy it, opt for grass-fed cuts and gentler cooking methods. Up next, fried foods that deliver more than just crunch. They bring hidden prostate dangers. Stay tuned. Crispy on the outside, dangerous on the inside. That golden brown fried chicken, those irresistible fries, they might taste like comfort, but they're hiding something far more sinister, a direct threat to your prostate health. Fried foods are loaded with trans fats and oxidized oils, both of which are known to promote chronic inflammation throughout the body. And where does that inflammation hit especially hard in aging men? You guessed it, the prostate. Over time, these inflammatory effects can lead to swelling, irritation, and even increase the risk of conditions like BPH or worse. But that's not all. The high-heat cooking process used in frying creates harmful compounds like ages-advanced glycation end products, which damage cells and disrupt hormonal balance. This not only strains your cardiovascular system, but also your reproductive organs, including your prostate. So if you're reaching for that fried snack daily, it's time to pause. Try baking, grilling, or air frying. Instead, your taste buds might adjust faster than you think, and your prostate will thank you in the long run. Coming up next, the one dairy habit most men overlook, and how it could be quietly fueling prostate problems. Don't miss it. Think your morning whole milk or creamy dessert is harmless. Think again. That spoonful of butter slice of cheddar or glass of full-fat milk may feel comforting, but behind that creamy richness lies a silent threat to your prostate. High-fat dairy products are loaded with saturated fats, which have been shown to raise cholesterol and disrupt hormonal balance, two key contributors to prostate enlargement and long-term prostate stress. Studies suggest that excess intake of whole milk and similar dairy items may correlate with higher risks of prostate inflammation and even certain cancers. And it's not just the fat, it's the hormones too. Modern dairy often contains residual hormones from production processes which may interfere with your body's natural balance, leading to increased estrogen levels and testosterone disruption in men over 50. So what's the alternative? Low-fat or plant-based options like almond oat or cashew milk deliver the creamy texture without the hormonal chaos. They're heart-healthy, prostate-friendly, and easy to add to your morning routine. Up next, sugary snacks and drinks, the sweet sabotage you didn't see coming. Stick with us, your prostate deserves better. That soda can in your hand. It's not just spiking your blood sugar, it could be silently sabotaging your prostate. Sugary snacks and drinks like candy bars, pastries, fruit juices and soft drinks may seem innocent, even comforting. But the science tells a different story. Excess sugar intake causes rapid insulin spikes and hormonal imbalance, both of which are linked to chronic inflammation, one of the root causes of prostate enlargement. Over time, these constant sugar surges wear down your body's ability to regulate hormones like testosterone and estrogen, disrupting the delicate balance your prostate needs to stay healthy. But that's not all. High sugar diets contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, and increased oxidative stress, which have all been associated with higher risks of prostate issues in aging men. The prostate is sensitive to systemic inflammation and sugar fuels that fire. Want a simple switch? Replace processed sugar with whole fruits which contain fiber and antioxidants that protect your cells instead of inflaming them. And swap soda for water or green tea, your prostate will thank you. Next, we're diving into refined carbs, the sneaky white foods that act just like sugar in disguise. Stay tuned to keep your health on track. Think white bread is harmless. Think again. Refined carbohydrates like white rice pasta pastries and sugary breakfast cereals may look comforting on the outside, but inside your body, they're triggering a storm of inflammation that directly impacts your prostate. These fast carbs have been stripped of their natural fiber and nutrients, leaving behind pure starch that rapidly converts to sugar in your bloodstream. This blood sugar spike leads to insulin surges, hormonal imbalance, and low-grade chronic inflammation. 3 major red flags for prostate health. Over time, these swings can stress your body's systems and create an environment where prostate issues thrive. Unlike whole grains that nourish and protect refined carbs, offer little nutritional value and silently increase your risk of prostate enlargement and other health issues. They also contribute to weight gain, especially belly fat, which is directly linked to reduced testosterone and increased estrogen, another dangerous hormonal shift for men. The fix: simple swaps. Choose whole grain bread over white quinoa instead of white rice and steel-cut oats over sugary cereal. These small, sustainable choices fuel your body with steady energy and help protect your prostate from the inside out. Next, let's talk artificial sweeteners and why sugar-free might not mean risk-free. Think sugar-free means safe. Not always. Artificial sweeteners found in diet sodas, sugar-free snacks, and even healthy protein bars may seem like a smart choice, but they can quietly wreak havoc on your prostate health. These synthetic sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin confuse your body's natural hormone regulation. They trick your brain into expecting sugar-disrupt insulin response and may contribute to hormonal imbalances that can stress the prostate. Over time, this internal confusion may increase inflammation, a key factor in prostate enlargement, and urinary problems. But that's not all. Artificial sweeteners may also disrupt the delicate balance of gut bacteria, the same bacteria that play a crucial role in regulating inflammation and immune response. A compromised gut means a more vulnerable prostate. So what's the solution? Go natural. Reach for real alternatives like raw honey maple syrup or stevia in small amounts. These sweeteners come from nature, and when used wisely, they don't interfere with your body's natural rhythms. Next, we'll take a hard look at a surprising everyday indulgence: alcohol, and its hidden toll on your prostate. Stay with us. A drink to unwind, or a slow poison for your prostate. Alcohol is often part of celebration, relaxation, and social life. But when it comes to your prostate, it could be quietly doing damage behind the scenes. Here's why: regular alcohol consumption can fuel chronic inflammation throughout your body, including your prostate. This low-grade persistent inflammation creates the perfect storm for discomfort, urinary problems, and long-term prostate enlargement. But that's just the beginning. Alcohol disrupts your hormone balance, especially testosterone and estrogen levels, which are critical for prostate health. This imbalance puts added stress on the prostate gland, increasing the risk of conditions like BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia, and even prostate cancer. It also weakens your immune system, making your body less capable of fighting off infection or inflammation. The result: a prostate that's under constant assault. Does that mean you have to quit drinking forever? Not necessarily. But cutting back even by a few drinks a week and choosing alcohol-free alternatives can make a noticeable difference. Next up, let's wrap everything together and talk about how these dietary choices, both good and bad, add up over time. Stick around, because this last part could be the game changer your health needs. Why do these foods harm your prostate? It's not just about calories or fat. It's about the silent war happening inside your body every single day. At the heart of it all lies one key word: inflammation. When you consume processed meats, sugary drinks, or fried foods, you're not just indulging in flavor, you're feeding chronic low-grade inflammation. This inflammation targets vulnerable areas, and for men over 50, the prostate is often the first to suffer. Swelling, urinary trouble, disrupted hormone activity. It all begins with tiny cellular fires that burn over time. But it doesn't stop there. These foods also throw your hormones off balance. Saturated fats and artificial chemicals found in processed foods can lower testosterone and elevate estrogen-like compounds. That imbalance creates the perfect storm for prostate enlargement. So what seems like a harmless meal can over time alter your body's chemistry, weaken immune defenses, and allow inflammation to settle deep into your pelvic region. That's the hidden mechanism most men never hear about, but it's the root of the problem. Coming up next, we'll explore how natural anti-inflammatory foods can actually reverse this damage one bite at a time. Don't miss this, it could change everything. What if one small change in your kitchen could protect your prostate for years to come? It's not about overhauling your life overnight. In fact, the most powerful transformations come from tiny, consistent habits that stack up over time. Start by swapping that morning sausage for a handful of walnuts. Replace sugary drinks with a cup of green tea. Add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil to your salad. These aren't radical shifts, they're simple upgrades. But they carry massive benefits. Science shows that even minor reductions in inflammatory foods combined with natural antioxidant-rich choices can decrease prostate swelling, improve urinary flow, and support hormone balance. You don't need expensive supplements or prescriptions, you need awareness and action. So instead of asking, "What do I have to give up?" ask, "What small step can I take today?" That mindset shift is everything. And the best part, these habits don't just help your prostate, they improve your energy, your sleep, your confidence, and your quality of life. Stick with us, because next we're going to show you exactly which foods to eat, which to avoid, and how to turn these small shifts into lasting results. Let's make this change together, starting today. What if the real danger isn't what you're eating, but what you don't know you're eating? Most men over 50 are unknowingly feeding inflammation, hormonal imbalance, and prostate stress one bite at a time. But here's the truth. Awareness is the first step to prevention. Prostate problems don't start overnight. They build slowly, quietly through daily habits that seem harmless, like grabbing a processed snack, pouring another sugary drink, or cooking with the wrong oils. The good news: once you know the hidden triggers, you can avoid them. That's power. That's prevention. Doctors and researchers agree. Proactive choices beat reactive treatments. By paying attention to what's on your plate, you can avoid years of discomfort medications and regret. And this isn't just about food. It's about reclaiming control over your health before problems start. So instead of waiting for symptoms to show up, why not take action now? Every informed choice you make today helps protect your future. Keep watching, because we're going to uncover the most common dietary landmines and how to replace them with simple, natural foods that heal. Your health doesn't have to decline with age, not if you stay one step ahead. Your health is your responsibility and your opportunity. You've just learned about the everyday foods that could be silently harming your prostate. Now the question is, what will you do with that knowledge? Because this isn't just about food. It's about the power of choice. The power to swap processed meats for clean proteins. The power to say no to inflammation and yes to long-term wellness. You don't need to make massive changes overnight. You just need to make one decision today and stick with it tomorrow. That's how real transformation begins. This video wasn't created to scare you. It was made to wake you up. To remind you that aging doesn't mean surrendering your energy, your confidence, or your independence. With small, sustainable choices, you can take back control of your health, starting with what's on your plate. And if this information helped you, if you learned something new, or if it got you thinking, don't keep it to yourself. Drop a comment below. Let us know which food surprised you the most, or what changes you plan to make. Your story could inspire someone else. Save this video to come back to when you're shopping or meal prepping. And if you want more easy-to-follow science-backed health advice, subscribe to the channel now. We've got a lot more coming: tips, food swaps, and wellness strategies tailored for real men in real life. Because knowledge isn't power until you act on it. So let's act together.